Good morning guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I would really like to get one of your subscriptions today. It'd be really great. If you're not new and you've already subscribed to my channel, you'll know that my channel is normally always about scrap metal and treasure hunting and all those kind of things. And I'm starting to grow my channel really well now, getting some good subscriptions. But obviously because of this COVID-19 thing, we're having to, well, we can't get out and treasure hunt basically, so we're having to make videos about, you know, what we're doing to survive this COVID-19 outbreak. I'm currently standing on land that I own here in the Philippines. I'm on the island of Mindanao. Mindanao is the second biggest island of the Philippines. The Philippines is made up of over 7,000 islands, well over 7,000 islands, so we're on the second largest one. The island is broken down into regions, and the region that I'm in is Zamboanga del Norte. I really like that word, Zamboanga del Norte. It's the second largest, like I said, it's the second largest island of the Philippines. The land that I own here is very small, you know, it's well, I say small, it's 1.5 hectares, so, you know, almost 3 acres. So I also own some land up there, that way, but I'm down here on my land, and I'm trying to build a garden and a house and anything else I can think of that, should I need to, I can come down here and survive. If this outbreak gets worse and, you know, gets to some kind of apocalyptic state, if you like, you know, then I'll have somewhere to come and survive. Let me just show you what I've done so far. So if you watched my previous videos, you'll know that we planted about, I think it was about 60 something pepper plants. If you look down here, you can see they're growing very nicely. Today I'll be fertilizing them later on. I've got some nice organic fertilizer that a neighbor of mine very kindly gave me. So I'll be fertilizing them later on. Hopefully that'll give them a bit of a growth spurt. Over here I've planted some squash, and actually the squash seeds we got from a squash that we were eating for lunch, and I decided to dry out the seeds, and as you can see just here, they're just starting to grow now. And yeah, I've got about another one starting to grow, just starting to come through. I don't know if you can see it there. Let the camera pick it up. And yeah, there's one, where is it, there, one there, one there, and one there. And I'm going to plant a few more down that way somewhere. We've been stripping trees, guys, lots of trees, to try and get the wood necessary for building a cabin. Well, I say a cabin, you know, it started off as going to be some kind of just a rest house, you know, for the garden. But then I decided it was going to be a cabin, and kind of now I've decided it's going to be a house. You know, so it's evolving basically. If you look over here, I already have. Where is it? There we are. The first upright in place for the house. It's standing about 13 foot tall, made of lovely mahogany. Going to be absolutely solid. I've got another one here that I've put in place, and that's all I've done to the house so far. There's 2 uprights in position. We have 6 uprights altogether to put in position. They're kind of being held up by this kind of makeshift scaffolding made from branches from trees. I've got a little shelter here just to get me out of the rain when it pours. And what else have we done? Well, that's pretty much it. Sorry, we've cleaned a load of land, but obviously everything takes a lot of time. The thing that's taking the most time is stripping all the trees. I've almost finished. I've still got several more to do, but I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trees. You know, guys, I can't think of a better way of bringing up children in a jungle or in a forest, or, you know, or even if they're in normal house, but near a forest, or able to play in it whenever they want to. I really don't think you can beat it. So I don't know if you can see down there, that's my brother-in-law, and he's got it in his head to build some kind of plunge pool or swimming pool in the river, so he's kind of damming the river up at the moment. It's getting very deep down there. but I have to admit it would be nice to have a little pool to jump into on a really, really hot day. Okay, so this is my son Mikhail. He comes down here very often with me and messes around. He seems to get in more trouble than actually doing work, but it's nice to have him around. Anyway, he's going to introduce himself in his language. Mikhail, in your language, introduce yourself.
Kumusta? Ako si Kael o Michael. Nag-eskwela ko sa SDA. Nanay ko dire kuyog sa akong papa kay maglimpyo mi dire o maghimo mi swimming pool. Dayon nagtanong pud mi dire. Dayon mo na siya na pud.
That's exactly what I said.
No?
So the next job on the list, which I'm really not looking forward to, is to start from about here and clear all this area here of its greenery, so that we can plant food, more food, and that goes all the way back over there. And this is the actual path, this bit here where I'm going up now, where we normally enter the area here. I'm going to start by clearing a pathway, a better pathway through here, and if we follow that path kind of over here and then over this way, that's the path home to where we live. So I'm going to start by clearing this pathway a bit, making it a bit easier to get through, move some of these sticks and things. Some lovely mahogany trees growing here, absolutely beautiful. Looking back on our camp, it's starting to look like a camp now, isn't it? Still a very, very long way to go, but we've got the framework, if you like, of a campsite and a garden. So this is my other son, Tyrone, or Ron as we call him. He's a big menace, always in the way, just like the other one. So you saw in one of my videos that I cleared this area here, and I needed to clear the rest of the area, which is just down here. I'll just set the camera up here. This little area here is not much of an area, but I can grow some more squash here. Quite a lot of rocks here, so I'll have to leave them in place because they're a little bit too large for me to move. But at least I can grow some squash in between the rocks. And there you go. Took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to clear that area, so that was very good. It's not a massive area, but it's another area I can grow food. I'm going to plant some squash in there now. Maybe I'll get, I don't know, four squash in here somewhere. There, if you look right down here, that's where my last squash was planted, so I should be able to get at least, I don't know, 4 to 6 more squash in this area. A little bit more food for the family. Well, the thing about squash is you can literally plant them anywhere. Here are the seeds. These are seeds that I dried out from a squash that we ate, and you can literally just plonk them in the ground and they will grow. It doesn't matter what kind of soil, where you plant them, they will grow. So as you can see, we've got a stake here. I've loosened all the soil, got rid of any weeds and things, and I'm just going to put one of these seeds, push it down into the soil a little bit, and then in a minute I'll water them, and hopefully in a few months time we'll have some nice big squash to eat. As you can see, That area that we cleared, I've put a load of stakes in. I haven't planted the seeds yet, but we got an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squash seeds going to be planted. So that's great for our garden. Well, there you are. I've had a bit of a tidy up, organised it a little bit, and it's looking a bit more tidier. Scraped all the shavings down. Made a nice fire here behind me, which has just started. That's going to get rid of all that. And what else have I done here? The rubbish. Me and my family are very, very green. We don't leave any rubbish anywhere, and nor should anybody else, in my opinion. There's some rubbish here which I'll be taking out with me today. We always teach our children never to chuck rubbish in the, well, anywhere, not just the jungle, but anywhere. And you know, it's up to the future generation to make sure that they can save what's left of this planet after us, you know. So yeah, we always take our rubbish with us, and that's what all that pile there is all about. So as you can see, there is absolutely no other rubbish anywhere down here, not even a single piece of plastic apart from what we're actually using. So yeah, there we go, nice fire going. For once the smoke is actually going the right way, makes a change. And it's actually not that hot today either. Although the sun's out, there's a really nice breeze coming through. You can see that by the fire, the way the flames are fanning to the left there. Very nice. So I'm just interrupting the video a minute because I wanted to quickly show you that we've just received our first government aid here. Obviously, because no one's working, we've got no food and money, so the government very, very kindly given us some rice and some noodles, and we're very, very, very grateful for it. Thank you very much. Feels very, very surreal, guys, to be on the receiving end of a charity to give me food and things like that. You know, normally I'm the person that's giving aid to people, and yeah, it feels very, very surreal to actually get be on the receiving end of that. We've achieved a lot today, guys. We've cleared lots of areas, we've cleaned up the place, we've moved out the rubbish. In tomorrow's video, I'm actually going to start building this blooming, I'm calling it a cabin. I'm going to call it a cabin. You know, I keep calling it a house, I keep calling it a rest house, I keep calling it a cabin, but I'm going to start calling it a cabin. So until the next video, guys, thank you very much for watching my channel, and if you would like to subscribe, we'd be very grateful if you did. Leave a comment below on how you think I'm doing. If you think I should be doing something different, that would be great. And I'll catch you on the next video.